Won't you buy some?
Really?
Really? Like this bad boy can only be yours for $50.
But will this work?
Dude, you really gotta buy some games? Come on, boys. Straight away, fabulous.
Aww. Sometimes you find yourself in the desperate position of owning no games and having no money to buy games. What can one do this horrifying hour but download free ones? And no, these don't count.
There are lots of sites out there with lots and lots of great games, like this one, and does that snowman have an axe in its head? Maybe we shouldn't go to that one. But one of the very best that I have found so far, I think. But one of the best that I've found so far would have to be the YoYoGames sandbox. All the games on the YoYoGames sandbox are only made with one specific program, titled, quite simply, Game Maker. And it was apparently used to make some full-fledged games, like Gunpoint, Hotline Miami, and Wanderlust Rebirth. Both of which were critically acclaimed across, well, everywhere that was released, I guessed. And by me! Sadly, since Game Maker Studio came out, the Game Sandbox has become less and less active. And it is now confirmed that it will be permanently shut down rather soon. The exact date isn't specified. In fact, it's not really specified whether the website itself will be deleted or whether you simply won't be able to sign up for and publish games anymore, but I wouldn't take any chances. I'd get these games as soon as you can. Some of the games on this list are confirmed to appear in the Game Maker Player, essentially the replacement for the sandbox for Game Maker Studio, but still unknown whether they will continue to be free or even available for people who don't have Game Maker Studio. In fact, most of them aren't confirmed and probably won't appear at all. If it were up to me, I'd grab them while I still could. So here are my top 10 picks of the games you have to get before you can't. And please do take note that there are over 11,000 games on this site, and almost 450 featured ones, so naturally I didn't play all of them, just a lot. And so this could really be called the top 10 Game Maker yo-yo game themes that you can get that I sort of like because they were good. Start! Out of all the games in the Vest Trials series, I find Approaching Dawn to be the best. Maybe that's because it's the only one in the Vest Trials series, but hey, I don't know. I haven't gotten too far into this game, but that's no excuse to, excuse it from the list. It's got shiny graphics, great controls, and it's really hard. Unfortunately, despite having played it literally the day before I started recording this, it decided to crash. And crash. And crash again. And again. And again. And again. Basically, I couldn't get any footage of my own from the game, so I had to set up for whatever this kid recorded.
Hello, I am Giant Jackal.
Giant Jackal. Okay? Seriously, how is he the only guy on YouTube who has played this thing? I'm sort of ashamed to say this, but he's actually a lot better than me. Well, most of the time. You know what? I think I'll leave something of this in your capable hands, Mr. Jackal.
And this is the evil bat.
Well, jeez, last time I ever let you play my sweet Game Maker games, they're all mine. My Turn is a game about a guy in a wheelchair. He got some random device or something, so now he has the power to change the direction of gravity. Because... games. Of course, that means he just has to solve all these puzzles for some reason, and constantly put his life in danger in the process. Man, those scientist guys are serious these days. This is pretty much the same thing as all those other gravity-changing games out there, but this one actually has a reason that the main character can't move outside of using the gravity power thing. He's in a wheelchair. See? The puzzles are pretty good, and some have me stumped for forever before I finally figured them out. As for the bonus levels, well, let's just say I spent an hour on one and 30 seconds on another. So yeah. Look at me. This is my give up dance. It's really good. I bet everybody will pay to see me dancing. Yay! There's really not that much else to say about this one. It's a game. It's called Life Turn. It's called that? I don't know. It's fun. It's really good. Next! Okay, everybody's played some sort of game where there are a set of rules to follow, but how often does the main villain make up these rules? This is Tower of Heaven. It's a fun game with simple graphics, simple controls, and, well, simple everything. Your goal is, quite simply, climb the tower and get to the top. Only problem is, there's a god at the top who doesn't want you to make it there. He therefore makes it progressively harder and harder to do much of anything without getting struck by lightning and incinerated. Okay, seriously, try to figure out what I did wrong here. Give up. I moved to the left. One step. Wait. Let's rerun that. See that? Right there. One step. Left. I died. Yeah, seriously. At one point in the game, the god makes it a rule that, should you move to the left, you will die. I cannot count how many times Divine Judgment was dished out on me on this level before I finally figured out the answer. So yeah, as I'm sure you've guessed by now, this game is very easy to die in. And you probably will. And I probably will, and I actually did. So you actually will. So I am cool. So are you. Grief is one of the most popular and possibly one of the coolest games made with this thing. Well, not really coolest, more like, what's the word? Oh yeah, depressing. Basically, you play as a very depressed girl in a very depressed world. She's offered things like ice cream to cheer her up, but doesn't really work. And then she's a somewhat happier girl in a somewhat happier world, for some reason. This is pretty much the main feature of the game. You change moods to solve puzzles that are needed to be solved because I don't really know. The soundtrack for this game is amazing. The strange mentality of the world is fascinating. The art style is nothing short of beautiful. I mean, look at this. It got the #1 spot on featured games of YoYoGames.com. It's the creator's favorite game made with this thing. So why am I repeating all these clips while I'm saying this? Because this isn't actually me playing. What you are seeing is footage of the game's trailer. So, why didn't I record the game on my own, and why I was only at this spot? Because I started up, and Mr. Computer wasn't agreeing, and thus... I'll get you, Teddy! I'll get you! Just give me a minute. Or an hour. Or a year. Okay, what should I talk about first? The fact that this game has 11 different modes, and all of them are a blast to play. The fact that it's a game where you shoot cursors, which have blood for some reason. Or the fact that there are a crap ton of guns to play around with. Yeah, the guns first. Guns are always first. Okay, so some of the guns are essentially clones, but lots of them are very different and really cool. Oh, I love the M22A1 Flash, the remote railgun, and, of course, the sword gun. My absolute favorite has to be the Dust Cutter handheld minigun. Ah, the screams of murdered cursors, music to my ears. The bosses are really impressive. I was actually able to beat all of them except the final boss, and I have no idea how anyone is expected to beat that if they're not in sandbox mode. Just look at that! It's the blue screen of death! How do you beat the blue screen of death? Oh, and don't play this if you have problems with flashing lights. You might die. So yeah. Speaking of dying, take a look at this clip. Oh, no! Well, that might have been a little bit embarrassing. Maybe. Master Spark! This is the platformer that, I don't know, has green. Seriously, there's a lot of green. The story goes like this. One day, evil happened. You, hero. You, green color. These guys, jerks. Evil jerks. Kill! Well, at least that's what I got out of it. It's a sort of puzzle platformer type thing. Well, okay, more like just a platformer type thing. There isn't all that much to say about this. Like, really, not a lot. I love tower defense games. This is not a tower defense game. It has several aspects of a tower defense game, and several aspects of an RPG, and several aspects of a platformer, and, well, you get the idea. I didn't play for too long, because I don't know, but I loved what I got. By the way, you know how it says to set up characters on this main menu thing? Yeah, those characters aren't files. Learned that the hard way. So, now I have 3 people defending this place, and only one of them is being controlled. The rest are just sitting there, doing nothing. Well, they'll make great cannon fodder. These are my new best friends, Idiot and Or Else. Oh. Well, meet my only best friend, Idiot. She is pink, so she is a girl. That is how the world works. What? Okay, so Or Else just died, and it's up to me and Idiot to protect this thing. There was a lot of text on the title screen, which probably made up the story, but it took so long to appear, I eventually just gave up and started playing. Oh, you can buy stuff! That's nice. What should I buy? How about nothing? Great choice, stupid. Great choice. I kill people. Oh, I can upgrade my character! Well, duh, he needs a new weapon. I mean, skulls on a stick are fine and all, but a great guy like Stupid needs something better. I'm saving up for that sweet sword I'm totally gonna get. I also want to buy this tower thingy. Here it is, and here's an archer. I probably should have gotten a cannon, which does a lot more damage, but whatever. Oh look, Or Else is back. This is great. Me and him are gonna be the best of... Oh. Pearls of Wisdom is a game where, well, you collect pearls. Of wisdom, to be specific. Basically, the plot is that Topanga wanted tacos, so he barged into the Mushroom Kingdom and was all like, "Give me your tacos," and Toad was all like, "No, you idiot, my tacos are my tacos." Like,
My boy.
is.
My boy.
And then Mario went, "That's Mario," said the Toad. Then Topanga just ran and pretty much kills everybody, and then they said, "Come on, dudes, let's go ride my cruise ship." And then everybody gets on Daisy Cruiser, just big full, and then everybody plays poker, and that's the end. Okay, so maybe that's not the real plot, but I wish it was. This game has a very nice overworld, and has one of the best hubs ever, well, for a Game Maker game, which even changes depending on which world you're in while accessing the cruiser. This game has a variety of different power-ups, including Electric Mario, Cloud Mario, Boomerang Mario, which beat Nintendo at its own game because this was made way before 3D Land. Boulder Mario, Ice Mario, and Yoshi Mario. Or just riding on Yoshi because that's cool, Mario. This game's music is very loud, so I would recommend turning the volume down a little bit. Da da dum dum dee dum dee dum. This is a song dum dee dum dee dum. Also, Daisy Cruiser has a pool. Splishy splashy splishy splashy. Man, the bosses in this game are hard. I died like 50 times the first one alone. But don't tell anybody. One of my favorite parts about this game is the twist ending. Once you reach the end, surprise! Tatanka wasn't really the big bad guy. Instead it's... So wait. Spoilers. Oh, censor that, censor that! Now, enjoy this clip of me being 100% perfect at the game completely. They Need to Be Fed is the best game about committing suicide since Flappy Bird. Well, actually this was made before Flappy Bird, but still. I bet that even if you have heard of this game, you did not know that it was made with Game Maker and was free on the PC. Most of the downloads were actually from the App Store, where They Need to Be Fed is $1, but does have slightly more content. It was popular enough to warrant 2 sequels and is currently on Steam Greenlight. There's a good reason for all of its popularity. It's fun, creative, challenging, it's got fun graphics, and really catchy music. Ow! You unlock worlds by collecting gems, but there is an issue with that. See, I only got 35 gems when I finished this game, and since I really wanted to see the bonus level, I did what had to be done. I cheated. If you replay the tutorial, or really any stage ever, the gems will always respawn, meaning you can beat the game by only playing the tutorial stages essentially. Remember I said this was difficult? Well, I died over 200 times in 45 minutes. What's really weird in this game is the bonus level that I spent so much work to get to. Instead of feeding yourself to these strange monsters, they're riding giant cannons and shooting at you. And there are lots of them. And at the end you just hop into a spaceship and fly away while the world just destroys itself, I guess. It's actually kind of creepy, especially thanks to the lack of music. Hello? Do I have friends? No? Am I all alone? Are you gonna kill me? Yep, I thought so. This game is fantastic, and was very well liked among members of the YoYoGames community. It soon gained the title of Yo-Yo Legend, a status reserved for the very best of games on the YoYoGames sandbox. So what could possibly beat it? Well, let's see. Okay, so we've cleared the way to number 1. Before we talk about that, we do have an honorable mention to go through. Note that honorable mentions are not number 11s. They are simply something that needed to be mentioned since this is a list of whatever that thing is. You know, for instance, if this was a list of the top 10 Mario games, the honorable mention would probably be Super Mario Bros. First starting off the series. So here's Evil Grapes with our honorable mention of the list.
Honorable mention is Mario Kart 64. No, not that one. I mean the one made with Game Maker on YoYoGames. When this was released, it was unlike anything people who use Game Maker had seen before. Well, except for the real Mario games and actually any racing game, but that's not the point. Nobody knew that Game Maker was capable of such huge things. It wasn't super great, but it was good enough to set the new standards for developers to work with. As such, we really have to at least mention it because it's in a list of best Game Maker games. And that's always good. Anyways, on to number 1.
For years, fans have been begging to be able to make their own Mario games. Many have hacked the already existing games in order to create their own levels. Many created entirely fan-made games on stupid consoles like that one, and the Mario games weren't really good, and so they cried a lot and ate a banana, I think. But in the end, Nintendo finally listened, and in E3 2014, revealed Mario Maker for the Wii U, which can be used to make your own Mario levels. What Nintendo and the legion of wailing fans didn't know was that there already was a fully functioning and incredible program for making full-length Mario games for free. Mario Builder. Okay, so everybody loves games, but how often do you get a game that lets you make games? Especially make Mario ones, and especially for free. This builder is the perfect tool for building games based around the Mario Bros. 3 engine, with enemies and items going up to Super Mario World, and some items going up to New Super Mario Bros. They even threw in a few fan-requested items that never made it into the actual games. Orange Yoshi turns invincible while holding a Koopa shell in his mouth. Bowser Shell Mario breathes fire and has the abilities of Shell Mario. And Golden Mario was developed way before New Super Mario Bros. 2 was even announced and does sort of the same thing. Huh. This can be simple or complex. You could simply place tiles and enemies and power-ups and call it a day, or you can make a maze-like level with alternate paths, codes, warp pipes, and doors everywhere, and mini-games. With enough patience, you can do pretty much anything you want to. I managed to make levels so hard that I couldn't even test them because I died so much. It didn't take long at all for this to achieve the status of Yo-Yo Legend. And why not? It's a game that lets you make Mario games. Wait, I already said that. But seriously, almost half the Mario games on the sandbox were made with this thing, and with good reason. It's good. Really good. If you've ever wanted to make a Mario game, then there's no need to wait another year to pay $60 for the game for the Wii U. All you have to do is click the link in the description and download the best Mario development tool yet made. Stupid Goombas are stupid! Hey guys, thanks for watching my first top 10. I hope you liked it, and it would probably be a good idea to download all those and pretty much every other game on that website right now before it gets taken down. If it ever does get taken down, which is possible, but no worries. If it does, links in the description will be updated to meteor fire uploads of the very games we talked about here, plus a few others you might like that were not talked about here. So yeah, if you could just like this video and subscribe, then the world would be perfect. Well, for me. You have to put up with the crap I upload all the time. Unless you like it, then I like you. Can we be friends? No? Aww. Oh boy. Am I done? Yes! Bye-bye! Holy crap, 25 minutes!